Oh, I think the boys, when they're challenged, they find they find the spirit, and as I said to them, the better thing about it is it's very evenly spread. It's not one player ignites the side. It's a very team-orientated resurrection, if you like, and I think that's fantastic for us to be able to have players plural, that can generate enough want to and step up. Brownie in the last quarter clearly had a good day, but he was good before that. He just got a bit of reward in the last quarter.
You mentioned that the clearances before. How do you view the rate? It's at 56 hit-outs, but you won the clearances for the day.
Well, a wet day like that, or a slippery day like that, I don't know about those 6-18. I mean, okay, they may well have been comprehensive. I'm not too sure. I didn't really see it as being massively comprehensive as what was it, 65 to 38. 6 to 18 would be a worry. If that's the case, I'll go back and have a look at that. But certainly on evidence, our centre clearances were 12 and 12. So we shared it, and I thought that was about justified, because at no stage did the ball get smashed out.
What was the effect of having to activate the sub quarter time?
Yeah, it's quarter time. Oh well, that's life.
I mean, did it alter your structures?
No, not really. No, Simon Buckley's got he has the capacity to fill the same role as Ben Johnson, whether it be mid, wing, half back, occasionally half forward, if need be. No, we seem to fall upon the right one.
Mick, now you go to the bye, how do you assess the first part of your season?
Well, we're 6 and zip, and it's a very handy position to be in.
Are you in the form that you like to be in for progressively?
Oh, I think that we're progressively we certainly haven't spiked to the point where we could say that we've got every box ticked. What we have got is a realistic view that the season is a marathon, and we're 6 games into it, and we'll take this bye the way it's intended, and make sure that we can freshen players up and get them ready for the next 6 to 7 weeks, I think it is, after that, before we have our next bye. So yeah, we'll treat it as that it's a period where we've got it's like money in the bank. If you win 6 games, it's 6 that you have to get back off you. I'd rather be this position than say dropping a couple.
How about the timing of the bye?
Oh, well, what do you say? It was last October we knew about it, or November, so we're hardly sort of shocked.
No, but when now at the position, do you feel like you need one? Do you want one? Is it good, bad?
We don't. Well, we just treat it as it is. We knew in October that we're going to get a bye. It was round 7. So you just, when you know that, you factor in your training program around it. It hasn't jumped up on us. So, we've got to make sure that we don't waste it, put it that way. And that would have been regardless of how we're travelling. We just need to make sure that the players... We've got a particularly young group underneath, and they did pretty well yesterday, coming back from a fairly substantial deficit to win that game. And so the club goes into the bye with a fair amount of confidence within the club, particularly young players. And yesterday, 3 senior players, we had 3 boys that played Goldsack, Kaffir and McCarthy. McCarthy come off a bit earlier, but the other boys were right up, and we've got 3 or 4 blokes, young players, really pressing for selection, who were extremely good yesterday.
Is it useful after such a big break, such a big week with a short break to reload again, or obviously a big test the next game?
Sorry, what was that?
Is it useful after such a short break with 2 big games to now reload for what will obviously be a big test in your next game?
Oh, as I say, this has all been factored in regardless of how we're travelling. So it's not. I'm trying to say that we don't. It's not a mystery that we've got to buy this week. We just knew what we had to do for the next 10 days, I think. 12 days. 12 days. So we're used to the Sydney. When we play Sydney, we generally play Sydney after we've had the Melbourne Queen's birthday, which is again 12 days. So we've never really ever had, that I can remember, had a 14-day break. So you've just factored that in. You know, there's nothing strange about it.
Ben Johnson.
He's got back spasms.
When did you know Garrett was playing?
Well, he was going into the match. I guess after training yesterday, we were a little bit worried about him. Today, it's confirmed.
Generally, what's his problem?
Big bone for us.
What's his problem?
Do you want me to become Pinocchio, or do you want me to just?
No, we need to
No, I know you need to know.
put something down.
Make it up. Just drop one in there. Just make one up. Surprise us tomorrow when we read it. Surprise when we read it tomorrow. Just tell us what you got. You've done that before, Bruce. I know.
Was that Cracker's best game since he got there?
I think so. And it was a good game because he played the full 4 quarters out. Yep.
Mick, how do you evaluate Steele's Sidebottom's performance?
Very good and very bad.
Yeah, elaborate on that.
Well, he was good when he was good and he was poor when he was poor. He made a couple of very poor decision-making errors and he very much knows about it. That's just simple fact that he's a young man and we don't expect him to be perfect, but he will be better next time when he's confronted with the same situation. All right, no worries.